Hello and welcome to my channel. The video I'm about to show you, or this video you're about to see, it is something we've done before. But there were arguments. People are like, he did not make your findings correct. In fact, I did this video about 6 years ago and many people trended with this video. Millions of views by different people on Facebook, on YouTube. And I'm about to still do something around this same video. Already you've seen the title. I told people Ibeto was suppressed for Dangote to rise. And even my Igbo brothers, some of them argued this. Now, I am happy for what I will show you. Something happened recently that you see in this video. It helps to buttress my point on what I said. There is so much injustice in Nigeria. And it's not taking Nigeria anywhere. But I want to start with, I am not against Dangote, but I'm against suppressing us for somebody to rise. It is not about Dangote, but what happened? Obasanjo's recent confession, though Obasanjo was doing that confession, he never knew he was leaking a secret that will support my claim. His recent confession has shown everything. What happened? How they stopped Ibeto cement so that Dangote will rise. It's not up to a week that this video was posted. A new video of former President Olusegun Obasanjo, and this video has gone viral. In that video, Obasanjo proudly said, and I quote, "I called Dangote and told him to stop importing cement and start manufacturing. I will support you." Then Obasanjo was the president of Nigeria. I mean the civilian president of Nigeria.
I was worried about the situation of cement in Nigeria. And I woke up at 4 a.m. I couldn't sleep. Then I waited till 5 a.m. I phoned Aliko Dangote. Aliko was in Lagos, I was in Abuja. And I woke him up. I said, "Aliko, what are you doing?" He said, "What should a gentleman be doing at 5 a.m.? He should be sleeping." I said, "Well, I have no apology for waking you up. Can you see me at 7 a.m.? He said, "Mr. President, it's bad enough that you wake me up at 5 a.m. But for me to see you at 7 a.m. when I'm in Lagos and you are in Abuja, and the first flight is 7 a.m., it is impossible." I said, "What time can you see me?" He said, 9 a.m. And he came at 9 a.m. When he came, simple question. I said, "Aliko, why are you importing cement and not producing cement?" And he said to me, "Do you want an honest answer?" I said, "If I call you here, I want an honest answer. That's why I've called you." He said, "Because it's more profitable for me to import cement and sell than for me to produce cement," which is an honest answer. Then I asked him the second question. I said, "What can I do to make you produce cement?" He said again, "You want an honest answer?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Make it as profitable for me to produce cement as it is profitable for me to import cement and sell." Again, I haven't got where I was going, or he was leading me. I said, "How do I do that?" He said, "Tie my importation of cement with my production of cement." My head got it. I said, "You can go." I called my Minister for Industry, who also came from the private sector. I said, "Look, I've had this discussion with Aliko, come and go and work it out. So Aliko then planned to produce 5 million tons of cement a year. Since we started producing cement in 1956 up to 2003, we've never produced 5 million tons. So when Aliko made that, the people in the ministry said, he's telling a lie. He wants to, he's making it up. I said, all right, let's see how his lie will work. So I put 2 people in Aliko's construction site, and they are reporting to me every day. The day Aliko, the contractor, did not work, they will phone and tell me, and I will immediately phone Aliko. So one day Aliko came to me and said, Mr. President, I'm getting worried about you. I said, what have I done? He said, you know about this cement project more than myself. And it is not a government project. I'm getting worried about you. I say, hey, my brother Aliko, this is a Nigerian project. So anything Nigeria is a government project. Not only did Aliko succeed in the first 5 million, he succeeded in the second 5 million. He succeeded in the third 5 million. I started taking him out to other countries in Nigeria, in Africa. I took him to Tanzania. I took him to Senegal. That's how Aliko made it. Partnership between the private and the public. Partnership between leadership at every level.
When I went to the comment section of that video, I saw a lot of people hailing him. Oh, you did something great. You supported industries to grow. How many of them? You picked one out of many. There were several importers, but he picked one. But let's keep going. Some Nigerians are shocked. Some are hailing him, but I was seeing the video differently. Remember, like I said, Obasanjo wasn't just every other Nigeria or an ordinary man. At that point in time, Obasanjo was the president of Nigeria. You understand? He was the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, commander-in-chief. And what he said was clear. He personally called one importer, Dangote, and promised him full government support to start manufacturing cement. Did you get that? Now, just like you in the comment section of that video, it sounds like a good story. A president encouraging local production. But when you look deeper, there's a problem. Because Obasanjo did not call all the cement importers. He called only one man, Aliko Dangote. And soon after what happened? Other importers like Cletusi Ibeto of Ibeto Cement started facing what many now describe as economic frustration. For those who thought, oh, they said I did not make any point in that video of about 5 years ago. I am still back to the video. I challenge you to come and oppose what I'm saying with your facts. Then counter what Obasanjo said. Obasanjo never knew what he was doing in his recent public statement. So by 2005, under Obasanjo's government, cement importation was suddenly restricted. Licenses of other importers, especially Ibeto, were withdrawn. And some shipments were even seized at the port. Meanwhile, Dangote received government backing, import waivers, and access to raw materials. It was a clear imbalance. So when Obasanjo says on camera, years later, this is after he has left office as a president, when he said that he personally guided Dangote to start manufacturing, it confirms what many industrialists have said quietly for years, and people like us are crying about. That the rise of Dangote was not a level playing ground. It wasn't a level playing field. It was the state-sponsored favoritism, hurting other businesses. In fact, Dr. Cletus Ibeto went to court, yes, in 2007. A federal high court ruled that his company had been unfairly stopped from importing and manufacturing. By that time, Dangote had already dominated the market, backed by government policies from Obasanjo years. So what we see today, where Dangote controls more than 60% of Nigeria's cement industry, it's not just business genius. It's the product of presidential influence. Now let's listen to Obasanjo again. He said, I told Dangote, stop importing, start producing, I will support you. I will support you. Not just supporting, but withdrawing the licenses of several others abruptly. That word is simple, but the consequences are powerful. Because with that statement, one man's future was made, and others' dreams were quietly crushed. Now let's ask, was Ibeto not also an importer? Was he creating jobs in Port Harcourt, One, and in Calago? Was he not preparing to manufacture locally too? So why was Ibeto's license suspended while Dangote was approved? Why were his ships stopped while Dangote were cleared? The answer many Nigerians see is political favoritism. We will continue saying it. It is an injustice. Today, Nigeria's cement prices remain among the highest in Africa, despite being produced locally. Do you know that? And that monopoly began from one moment when a sitting president chose a businessman to support. Remember what we told you earlier. A sitting president. And that is from the angle I'm seeing this Obasanjo's new video. It's a confirmation of what I have been saying, and some people are doubting, some people are arguing it. This is why this video matters. It is not just history, it is a confession. So imagine if both Dangote and Ibeto were allowed equal freedom to grow. Imagine if Obasanjo called all the importers at that point in time, telling them, this is what we want. Not just preparing one and suddenly withdrawing the license of other, and several shipmen seized in the sea. They should have been given time. This is the time limit. Oh, we want to start manufacturing. You call all of them, and not empowering one and suddenly withdrawing the license of others. Imagine if Obasanjo has done the right thing. Many thought he did the right thing. Imagine if he has done the right thing. Nigeria will have strong local manufacturers. North and South balance, millions of jobs, and cheaper cement for everyone. Instead, we have monopoly, high prices, and regional resentment. There was a time they are about to have some fracas, some problems about, one was like saying, reduce the price of cement, the others refused. Are we buying cement at the same price with Ghana? They will give you some excuses. Yes. So this story is not about tribe. It's about justice and fairness in national policy. Every businessman, Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, or any other should have the same chance to succeed under the same law. If we cry that we are marginalized, you are beginning to see it. When a president picks one and crushes another, that's not leadership. That's favoritism. Obasanjo should never be hailed for that. Those who are promoting him, who are hailing him in the comment section, they don't see what is on the ground. Have you ever paused to ask yourself that question? He promoted Dangote. He supported Dangote. Was Dangote the only importer at that point in time? He said he woke up in the morning and was disturbed about this importation of cement in Nigeria. And he did not call his one of his ministers who is in charge, Minister of Industry, to call all the importers. No, he did not call them. He just called Dangote direct. Dangote, I will empower you. You will start manufacturing. Afterwards, it took some little time. The licenses of others were seized, were withdrawn. Oh, Obasanjo should never be held for that. That is a wrong decision. And again, I stand by my claim that Ibeto was suppressed and for Dangote to rise. And that is what happened. If you want to still argue it, come to the comment section. We are waiting for you. Now, if you have watched that video, Obasanjo video, and you feel this conversation must continue, share this broadcast, tag your friends, and drop your opinions in the comments. Let the truth travel faster than propaganda. This is IGBO AREA TV. We speak facts, not sentiment. This report is based on verifiable public statements, court records, and economic reports. It is for public education and fair commentary, not to defame or insult any person or organization.